Probably say it's up and stuck. Success and positive changes. Love it. Hey. Oh, that's pretty. I should put my glasses on because it's way back there. Everything looks little. And Bryson ain't made it in yet. Hey, how are you? Did it alert you that I was live on this page, or you came to this page? Talking to Curl. Oh, making up all that noise. Jim, I was rushing. You ready? There you go. Boom.
I'm ready. Let's get it. What's up? What's up?
Nothing. What's good?
Man, enjoying this little off day, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. Well, I mean, you know, it really ain't never no off day. You know how they
I
go.
see you rolling like you ain't stationary.
Huh?
I see you rolling when you're not
Man,
stationary.
it don't stop. Like that's a big part of the game right there. You know what I mean? It don't stop. Like, the shop closed today, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to still book. You still got to take care of your appointments. You got to take care of family time. That all tie into being in the hair industry. You know what I mean? And it's a wonderful industry that we in. You know what I mean? It's
That
a
old
lot
time
of ups and
management.
downs. You know what I
Speak
mean?
about it in every which way. That time management is key.
Man, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, we want to say welcome to Ripensaci, the podcast where
most
would you say we use word enhancement? Well,
yeah.
we just want to say thank you for allowing us, blessing us with your presence. Did
Man,
you want to
likewise.
introduce yourself, or did you want me to?
Man, I'm Bryceland, man. They call me Scissorhands, man. I was given that name. I use it as a marketing tool. A lot of people know me as that. I've been cutting hair for 25 years, 27 years, and 12
Okay.
12 years licensed, based out of Longview by nature for sure. So yeah, that's me. I'm
And
me.
I
I'm a
can't
person.
even call your son Bryson. I be calling him BJ.
Yeah, that's what we've been calling him. Like I tried to get Junior to stick, but I don't
Yep.
know. Everybody said BJ, so I still call him Junior sometimes. Most of the time when he in trouble, but it's hard to get in trouble with him now because he grown. But I still get on him though sometimes if I need to.
Got to. Sometimes they
Yeah,
need a little direction,
yeah,
but now
just a little bit, just a little bit. Not too much with him, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely
You're
not with them
cool.
Clippers though.
You're
Hey, that
cool,
boy
kid.
Blazing, that boy Blazing. I'm on them Clippers, man. I said, hey man, you keep on cutting like this. Say man, hey man, watch out now. He my boy, but now I said, hey man, I'm looking at these pictures and I'm looking at these
He
clips when they
ready.
do about the fact. I
I'm gonna
said,
have to come see
hey,
him get at you.
hey, I'm 25 years in, bro. You a year in. I'm like, hey. No, I'm just playing.
Pop
I
out.
told him, I said, man, if you go jump in this game, man, you'd be better than me, man. That's what I told my students when I was at the school. That's just me. Like that's why I really was excited to do this, and still excited. I'm really excited right now because my whole thing is like I ain't. I grew up in the street code was like, oh man, the game is to be sold, not to be told. You know what I'm saying? And I dealt with a lot of like snakish people that feel the same way. But but me, I can't. I learned, you know what I'm saying, in my 38 years of living to not expect others to be like me.
Right.
But I know that I can, you know what I'm saying, move the way I move, and the way that I move is I'm gonna give you the game for free because the way I look at it is it's 100,000 people in this city, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of barbers and barberticians, you know what I'm saying, and it's a lot of beauticians, it's a lot of locticians, it's braiders. Like we got so much talent, like but we never like band together. And the only thing I'm aggravated with every person that do hair in the city of Longview and East Texas, period, is that the fact that we consistently compete with each other instead of the mirror and or yesterday trying to be better than that. Like don't worry about the next person so much, the man or the next woman so much, or whatever that may be. Just focus on yourself and you becoming a better person and a better version of yourself, and we can band together and we can go to the city, man, and show up in Dallas, go to Shreveport, let's go to New Orleans, let's show them what the country really got, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to start this movement, Beast Texas Barbers, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We finna link up. It's gonna be a lot going on with it. Cause that's one thing I wanted to do off the rip. You know what I mean? Cause like you said, introduce myself, man. Like me, honestly, off the rip. What I want to do is something I don't know if a lot of people do, but I wish we could do more of it. And I'm gonna start off by saying it straight like this. I want to shout out Jonathan Lovely. You know what I'm saying? That's a real good barber. Anybody watching, if y'all needed, you know what I'm saying, that look, you go get to him. I want to shout out
Yep.
Tone Sosa and TS Grooming over there. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Right.
shout out Boost. I want to shout out Boosie Boo and Noel because they right there in the same area. If you don't give them a roll, you can stop by. And you know what I'm saying? Both of them in the same area, so you can go to either one. You go get A1. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out some OGs. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out. I had to make a list. Like I'm looking at the list right now.
Hey,
Like I said it on my live earlier.
go
You know
ahead
what I
and do
mean?
your
Like
thing.
you know what I'm saying? Like OG Tony, you know what I'm saying? OG Rufus, like they mean a lot to me. I've had the opportunity to work in my 12 professional years as a barber. I've had the opportunity to work with both of those guys, and
Okay.
back in '98 when I picked the Clippers up, they were like the two people that made me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? They were a big portion of what led to my story to where I am now, and I got an opportunity to work with both of them. So I got to shout both of them out. OG Rufus, Thorn, OG Tony, man, like I watched them and I practiced and I messed up edges and I I cut people and I was in 7th grade and next thing you know I was charging $3 a head. So I got to shout them out. But I want to shout out Tasha K too, and I shout out Lovely because she doing her thing. OG
Oh yeah.
KG,
13 years then.
you know what
Start
I'm
doing
talking
her
about?
thing.
My boy
Yeah.
Mason, Blackjack, you know what I'm saying? Big Chris. I want to shout out my boy Jay Will, you know what I mean? Too. I'm talking about Dylan and Liam. They was a couple of my sons, classmates at Kilgore. Man, them dudes that jumped out, they young, fresh barbers, like they hungry. You know what I'm saying? So anybody want to get that look, go holler at them. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out Jim Trim, the OG. You know what I'm saying? One of the first barbershops I remember seeing. If you ain't from Longview, if you don't know Jim Trim and you ain't seen that chop, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They good with the razor and you know what I'm saying, hot steam ties. So if you want that, you know what I'm saying, you can go there. You know what I'm
Good
saying?
stuff.
Shout out
That's
Ken Lou.
awesome
You know what
stuff.
I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Chris Resendez, Bernardo. Shout out Bernardo. Everything that boy touched trying to go, he like King Midas or something. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I want to shout out and then I want to shout out the whole Brookwood Village. I don't know exactly what went on over there. That was like a place that I always went to. I was living over there at one point. I used to go to that Watch Cherry over there. And, like I would just look at it when I had the ambition and dreams of being a barber, and it was like they had a shoe shine place next door, and then the old school barber shop. Everything was vintage. It was real nice. Like, and it's still over there. Like anybody's like passionate about this hair industry, like it's still over there. Like as far as I know, some of the stuff still over there, the vintage stuff, and it's shout out to them, man. You know what I mean? And their families are, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're still in business, but they played a big part. And it's a whole lot more people that I can't even think off the top of my head. But I said all this to say this. Like, I'm sitting here just a month. It'll make a month Wednesday. I've been open back up in the shop, full-time barber since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to rebuild my clientele right now. And I just shouted out every barber that I could think of. Why? Because it's bigger than money. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's bigger than it's bigger than, I mean, like, it's so much money to go around. It ain't like it's so many clients to go around. The people go to who they want to go to. So I don't see nobody as competition but the man in the mirror. And that's what I live by. That's what I teach my kids by. That's the code that I go by. And that's the barber code. That's the real barber code, the true barber code. Don't worry about what the next man got going on. Worry about what you got going on. Keep your clientele happy. Give them a good product. Give them a good experience when they come in the shop. Be professional. Like right now, my eyes a little low. I sip a little wine. You know what I'm saying? It's the one day I'm off. You know what I'm saying? But that's something I like to tap in on because it's some complaints over 25 years. Like a barber switching to barbers, I have people come in. I tell them, man, I don't want to hear about what happened with your past barber experience, but they go end up telling you at some point if they stick with you. And the main thing I always hear is, oh, they smell like weed, or man, he was drunk on my head, and you know what I'm saying? Do you, man, like, do you, whatever your element is, I'm not judgmental. I'm one of the most open-minded people you can make ask about me. You know what I mean? Anybody that know me know that I'm very open-minded.
Okay.
And I don't care what your vice
But
is.
hold up. I got a question about why
What's
is
crazy?
today your only day off? Why Monday?
Monday is the day that I used because that fits my schedule, and that's another thing with the hair industry. You got to fix what the best date is for you. Like some people, like however your clientele set up. The way my clientele set up, Monday is a very slow clientele day. So I
Okay,
work on
because I
Sunday.
noticed like a lot of barbers they are closed on Mondays, and I've asked several barbers like why Monday. I thought it was something that might have been taught in y'all barber curriculum to be
No,
closed
it's
on
not.
Monday as
Oh
respect
no,
to whatever pay homage to whatever surgeon that
it's a
started this whole
it's a
barber thing.
yeah.
But
It's classic.
nobody has a legitimate answer as to why Monday they're closed.
Well, the classic reason behind it is because if you think about the work week, Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
through Saturday, Friday, Saturdays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the key days in any hair industry, especially in the barbershop. That's when it jump off. So when that's going down, like you have to have 2 days off to rest. You know, most people, you know what I'm saying, whatever your religion is, I don't, that's another thing to talk about. You don't talk about religion when it comes to the barbershop and then the salon, but unless that's one-on-one with you and your client. But like, some people took Sunday off for church day and other people took the Monday off for rest day. But me, like, I would take, if I have no clients on Saturday, then I won't go Saturday. But that's highly unlikely in the barber industry. But if I had clients today, then I'd be at the shop. Like, you
Oh yeah,
know what I mean? So I just adjust mine on the way I do it. I adjust mine the way my clientele schedule is set up. You know what I mean? But
okay,
still give me a rest day in between. And I mean, sometimes you could take half days. Just, that's one thing I can say to the young people in this doing this, because I just seen a study that said that barbering in the hair industry is the 38% up over the next 10 years, is the number one trade in America. So it's a lot of young people that's seeing this, and I don't like them to get fooled by what they see on IG and what they see on YouTube, and
mm-hmm.
it's instant gratification. Instant gratification does not exist in the hair industry. It does not happen. You know what I mean? So you have to build your clientele. You have to pay your dues. You have to do what you got to do. You got to start where you got to start. Don't get out here thinking you can charge $50 for a head off the rip. That's barbernomics. That's a big thing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I won't get into that. I let you lead into that because this I get ahead of myself. So you know what I mean.
Hey, I'm just rolling with you. Like, but to go back to the beginning, like I did want to shout out some barbers and barberticians that may not have like the spotlight and may not have been around a long
Yeah,
time. But like we got Juju, who was on my podcast on episode
for
1.
sure,
She been
for
coming for
sure.
4 years. We got
Uh,
Brittany Young. She
okay,
been over there. She over there with Bernardo,
okay,
his new
okay.
little
Yeah, hey, it's
building or whatever.
nice.
She been
It's
coming for a
nice,
while.
man. It's
Then,
nice
like I
over there.
said, you got Impact, you got like I said, BJ, your son, you got Slicey, you got Kelly. He was
Yeah,
on my podcast
yeah.
yesterday. Like it's
I'm
quite a
loving
few
it,
people that
man.
don't
I'm
have like the
loving it.
big names
Yeah,
or big, big spotlight, but they are doing their thing and they got
I
major
love it.
clientele and they are serving them nice look,
I
those
love
nice
it.
cookies. So, and then you got
I
my
love it.
person who inspired me. which is Kiara Bunn, but she's way in Chicago, so that's a whole nother topic. Then you got
Oh
D
yeah.
Rich, my cousin in Dallas. He doing big things as far as like barbering goes. So
That's
yeah,
what's
it's quite
up,
a few
man.
people.
Shout
You
out to
know, they
all
kind
them
of like,
too, man.
yeah,
It's the craft,
they
man.
kind of
It's the craft.
know what's going on down here, but they don't really just like know what's going on down
Man,
here.
it's a
But
worldwide connection, man. When it comes to hair, it's a worldwide
yeah,
connection. It's like it's the only trade you can pick up. I can go to Japan right now, and if they need a boy, I got a job. Like
that
that's the beauty of it.
that
900 hours, 900 hours, and a less than 10K, and 2 state tests for the first one and only time you got to take them. And if you want to move, I don't care where you go in the world. Somebody hair growing and they need to get cut off. You might have to adjust the way you think, but so
right,
man, what other trades you besides maybe nursing and in the medical field? You could just jump up and hop a country and you got a job like instantly.
right.
You know what I mean?
And then, like you were saying,
So,
people was like, question, like, shooting our criticism as far as like what the barber or what the stylist smell like and
yeah,
what kind of habit they might have.
yeah,
But I mean, it all boils down to professionalism. Like it got you in the chair,
most definitely,
you sat there
most
and got the
definitely,
service. So I
most definitely.
mean, I
Yeah,
really I just feel
yeah,
like that ain't nothing but the devil at that point. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I
yeah.
know some barbers that be like totally wasted, but they
Me
ain't gonna
too.
miss on
I'm talking about
and they ain't gonna
the
miss on
cut on.
that
Hey,
style.
hey, say, look, hey, P play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Back in the younger days, like it was the whole barber room was
Like it
smoked
wasn't
out
no rules to it.
before I got a license. When I was a hair cutter, when I was just a guy with some clippers, believe
Mm-hmm.
me, it was going down. Like so, I understand. That's why I said, do like get in your element, whatever it takes for you to get in your element. Just be professional about it. Don't overdo it. And on your off day, turn up. Just don't let nobody see you slurred and slumped out on you. You know what I'm saying? Be professional because you know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
It's
make
always eyes judging. It's
that.
always eyes judging, you know what I mean?
That's
So
back to the West sticking to the barber code.
yeah, real talk.
Yeah,
So
you
just
got
you know what I'm saying? Just drop some Visine in there and make sure you smoking another shirt. You know what I mean? Just don't might be a preacher pop up. He might pay you $100 when you charge 40.
you heard
Hey man, I done had
me?
to do it. I don't listen to gospel music, no disrespect, but like dude come in, like my song cussed one time. He said he stopped in the middle of an edge up, turned his head, he said, "Excuse me, could you turn that off with profanity?" I said, "Yes, sir, I can." The man was paying $60, and that was in 2018. I don't even. I'm talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was I was charging him 25. He he gave me $60. You guess what? Every
The
time he
thing,
came in to get a haircut, every Saturday we had gospel music playing. I found gospel songs I like. It's because
so the thing
that's a
with that,
misconception.
it's
you
like
gotta you gotta adjust.
you gotta know like the fine line between being comfortable and the fine line between being professional.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, sure
Exactly.
enough, you might want to play your jams or whatever, but you gotta set it for that day so the crowd can know not to come on that day
Exactly.
because that day go up. And
Man,
so,
we gonna turn up on that day. Look, after 7 on
right,
Saturday, we might turn
that's
up. You know
it.
what I mean? It's
That's
a
it.
certain kind of clientele that want to turn up with you. So you might get more money turned up with them. So you just got to play the
Right,
cards how they do it. You know what I mean?
right, right. So shoot, that's pretty much how I be, have keeping my flow going. Like some days I might
Okay.
be want to be in love, but the next day I might be gang banging. So I
Nah,
mean, I have it
look,
set for certain
look,
days.
go from zero to Luther. Go to wait, Rother to Luther real quick.
Hear you? That's just how my mood be.
No, I'm talking about
That's just
hey,
that's just the
that
vibes. You hear me? Like, don't
that's
judge me.
that,
Just let me know. Hey, that ain't what I'm feeling right now.
that's one
Okay, cool. We're gonna
that's one
switch it up. Put a movie on or something.
that's one of the
But
beauties. That's one of the beauties and the privileges of this field is because even what I said with professionalism, it has about three or four or five, maybe 1,000 different definitions of what professionalism is.
like
If
loyalty,
if it's
it's
somebody out there,
universally you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be, if you want to be, if you're a barber, let's say it's a barber out there that say, man, look, I gotta smoke all day. I promise you, it's 60 smokers out there that need a haircut. That ain't gonna
Oh
trip on you smoking and smelling like it. So go get them 60 heads and lock their clientele in and cut their hair. And guess what? Y'all can do y'all thing together and they ain't gonna judge you. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But if you're trying to be
By the
very,
way,
it's tit for tat, whatever you want to do. If you want to be various with your clientele, then you gonna have to move a certain way. But if you wanna, hey man, that's how I'm gonna move. I like to drink. If I want to drink, then hey man, I promise you, it's 60, 70 people out there that drink just like you, that need a a good haircut, word enhancement, a good haircut. You know,
Yeah.
somebody want a good haircut and they might go to the bar with you and they might be your best friend because I done met some of the best people. Like I'm talking about outside I treat my clientele like family because they help me feed my family. Some of the greatest people,
That,
some of the best
that is
knowledge,
it.
some of the best stuff I got from people in that chair. And I'm talking about from ages of, believe it or not, 5 to
Mm-hmm.
75. I can
Oh
get
yeah.
wisdom from a kid. These kids is so like, I heard some boys be like, I don't cut kids. Bro, you missing the biggest blessing in your life. They'll change your whole day. And then
I
they
cut
gonna
a
cut
kid
you.
any day. I cut a kid. I comb their hair because
Yeah,
it's so funny to me to see how we get this, still achieve. It's like a challenge for me. I love it. Like I'll
most
take a
definitely. I
Hollywood
like it.
baby any day. Like it
Yeah.
don't bother me. Like
Yeah.
I raised three, so I know what come with it, and I know it's hard to find people that have patience to deal with babies and stuff like
Yeah.
that don't have that. So I do have that in my
Yeah.
services at the chair. But yes, I
Yeah,
take
most
them.
definitely. Like, man, because I feel you on that because like, and then that's another thing like sensory friendly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got kids that's with autism. You got kids they need a haircut too.
Right.
Like the kids I got that's got autism, they go get the same haircut. I don't care if I got to sit on the ground. I don't care if I
I
got to
got
stand
tools
up.
too.
If
I
I got
got
to touch
quiet
you,
tools. I
yeah,
got tools.
you
Like if
know
they
what
just
I
have to
mean?
touch something, hold something, I got
Yeah,
dummy
it's
clip. Like
cool.
we're gonna work it
It's
out.
cool. Yeah, we gonna make it happen. But you gonna be fresh when you got this shirt. I don't care if it take an hour. We go get it cracking.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like building clientele, let's go back to
Okay.
like when as you're building clientele, you do have to like cater more to the crowd until you actually, gain them as a client and actually know, what it is that they comfortable with or what it is that they don't like. So
Yeah.
like when you're building clientele, yeah, you do have to like be mindful of, the things that go on in your area and the things that go on as far as the music and entertainment and the things that, like even with the product, like whatever product you
Yeah.
decide to use on their hair, like if it's just a
Most,
lineup or a beard, like when you do those enhancements, you have to know if that client is
yeah.
allergic or not. Like you have to curve and
Yeah.
cater to your clients as you're building. But once
Yeah.
once you get to that point to where they call themselves masters, when you have a solid clientele, then yeah, you can
Yeah.
change it up and switch it up and do a little something
Yeah.
extra, play your music
Yeah.
and whatever else
Because
that you feel
they
like
cool.
you need to do. Have a little sip, take the edge off. You had a long
At
day.
at that point, they got your trust. At that
Right.
point, they got your trust. So if you want to do, you will be because we are human. So once you get them in, you know what I'm saying. You get them in by extreme marketing. Like that's one thing I'm gonna say. Like I tell, that's another excerpt real quick. Like if you, I don't care what any barbers out there. I don't care if they post your stuff.
Mhm.
If they don't, they either go unfollow you or they are going to watch haircuts or braids or locks or whatever products or whatever it is your business that you got to do. They go delete you or they
So
go
I'm
follow
one of
you.
them ones. I'm one of them ones
I'm a
that's gonna
I'm
post
a
like
post. You go
crazy.
see something. You go
And
see something every day.
they called it the cat dog show. And guess what? I was still performing. I was still posting and sharing. I got like 3 different pages there, baby. I'm
Man,
still posting and sharing, baby. That don't stop me.
you go see
Like you can make a
me.
mockery of it, you can make a joke about it. I'm gonna laugh about it with you, but I'm still keep posting.
You go see me.
So if it's something that you just not supporting and it's just something that you just not feeling, if you're
And
not
that's
loving
fair.
the content, you're not loving the skill,
That's fair.
hey, you don't have to be my friend.
Real
All 3
talk.
pages is public. So you have an
Real
option
talk.
to, dive in a little bit more, or you can just stay on the outside looking in, just come by, look,
Yeah.
when you feel like you want to watch the cat and dog show. You know?
Not real talk. I feel you. I feel
Right.
the exact same way. I feel the exact same way on that.
Yeah, it don't bother me about them talking about me over posting. I'm gonna
But
post. I'm gonna
you don't
post,
know.
or share, like, love, all of it. But like I said, that's all in the business part of it. People
That's
forget that we
business.
have to market ourselves. We don't have like
Exactly.
commercials. We don't have people walking around with flyers. We don't have people with calls. This all built on what we got going on. Like I got to
Man.
do this.
You almost, you
Yeah,
almost,
like
you almost threw me right in the price points because I was gonna say about a whole lot of stuff we don't have and need to be broke down to people need to understand
hey,
why the price.
look, it ain't no structure to this. Like we just rapping.
Hey,
Like if you
look,
want to
like,
jump around, you can jump around. Cause it pretty much all is the same thing. It's still the same game.
yeah,
Like we could switch it up and go down a little further down to like what you say price points.
man,
And like they
yeah,
say, like some people say that the cuts that have enhancements are a little more pricier than the ones that don't. So people are saying between 20 and 40. Like my guy yesterday, Kelly, the barber, he was saying he charged $1 per minute. Like if it's gonna take him a long time to
yeah,
get your cut or
he
get
a
your look,
genius.
It's a dollar per hair.
he a genius because you know
With
what I'm
Facebook,
gonna tell you. Say we on the same frequency. That man's a genius because that's what I was just gonna tell you. Look, I've been cutting 25 years. It take me roughly 30 minutes to cut hair. I make
uh-huh.
$1 a minute. I want $1 a minute. So
That's
if
it.
I run a special, I got a gears. Like once you do this, that's why I say consistency is key. It don't take 25 years, but I did this off and on. I had kids. I went to work jobs. But these young cats and even the cats still my age or older, whoever, whatever age, like consistency is key because like you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and then you get faster. And when you get faster, your price can be I consider
Whatever you feel
myself
like.
fair price because
Right, right.
I can hit for $30 because I can really get you out, nice cut, razor on you, and
Clean.
clean my clip in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Okay.
do that in so if I do that 2 times an hour, I make $60 an hour.
Mm.
So in this economic crisis out here, like now we all get is both sides of it. Now look, we understand that, but what we got to understand, and this is my theory on this, is called the HH theory. Okay, in this barbering game, it's called the HH theory. This is my own theory, so I come up with. You got
Okay.
a hamburger, you got a hamburger, and you got a haircut. You
Mm-hmm.
got the last of your bread to choose from. And right now, we already know what's going on in the economy. Like this is like Barbernomics 101. Take this to the bank. This free game. It's rough out here. I understand it's rough on us too. We don't got 401k. We
No.
don't got retirement. We don't got none of
Mm-mm.
that. So when you pay for it, if you give me $30, guess what? Out of that $30, only maybe
Ten.
$12 was for your haircut. The
Right.
rest of it I got to split up between burial insurance, life insurance. I mean, you know what I'm saying, health insurance,
Accidental
retirement,
insurance.
investments. So
That's it.
people trip on prices, but when they go and buy the J's, they don't charge up them. When they go buy the iPhone, they don't say, "Hey, can I get a discount?" They don't go shop around for the cheapest iPhone. The iPhone is the price of the iPhone price unless you'll get a
Right.
refurbishment. So I'm saying if you go get the brand new iPhone, you go buy it and you got the same iPhone everybody else got. But
Mm-hmm.
when you come get a haircut, you got your own unique look. But for some reason, when you get a haircut or you get a hairstyle, we the last situation. And that's why I tell people we're an inelastic product, but we're needed. You know what I mean? So we're needed very, very drastically because hair grows, as quick as hair grows, somebody can put a hat on.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if it's the last of their money, they're going to choose the hamburger over the haircut. So understand in this game that you got to have multiple streams of income. Don't get entitled and feel like, man, I got to charge $75. If that's what you do, if it take you 75 minutes, then maybe you need to charge $75. That's my opinion. But if somebody willing to pay you $75 for 30 minutes, you better get your money. That's a
That's
double up.
it.
That's a
That's it.
double up. So it's
I know
whatever the
sometimes they
client,
be
it's
showing
whatever the
about
client
that price,
comfortable
but
paying.
they have like other things that go into that. Like I had a lady who was like telling me about my one of my services. She feel like that my price should be the same price as another stylist, and like I told her, she's offering a spa special with that service. Just like with the barbers, I know some barbers are charging $100, but he's offering the whole steam face,
Yeah,
facial scrub, like
yeah,
the whole,
yeah.
shebang. So yeah,
Break
it's
it
some
down.
people that
That's why
don't have no problem with paying that for a haircut. But I'm sure if they
my
paying $75 for just a haircut,
let me
oh yeah, you cold,
look at the math. Okay,
man.
you charge somebody if somebody charge somebody $60 for a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
If you charge now me personally, if you was charging me $60 for a haircut, something I need, which is an inelastic product, we can't be stretched. Well, I mean we can be stretched, but we need it still. We're elastic, but we inelastic at the same time. Because the only thing that makes us an inelastic product
Yeah.
is the
Mm-hmm.
fact that we could be pushed off for a little while, but we still need it at the end of the day. At some point. So if you charging 60, and they coming to you once a month because it's so high, and I'm charging 30, and they able to work some things out during the week, they able to work a couple side jobs, they might get a check here, they might get some tips there, they can come holler at me every week. 30, 60, 90, 120. You
Yeah.
you made
Mm.
60 in a month. I doubled your money because I was willing to work faster and harder. So
Right.
it's up to the barber, like it's up to the cosmetologist. If you it's all about time. Until we stop trading time for money, we'll never reach wealth. So either way it goes, people get entitled again, thinking, "Oh, I'm my own boss." No, my theory on that as well is that we got more bosses than people that are industry. They got a lead man, and they got a supervisor, and then they got the plant operator.
Right.
Anybody that sit in my chair is the boss. I set my own hours. If they say I want a ball fade and I give them a taper, guess what? They ain't coming back.
Nope.
And I see right here on my end, Kelly, cause she said everyone isn't your client. You know, we gotta afford to stay in the business alone to find our people. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. Like we gotta afford. Like we got a lot of stuff that we gotta do, and we don't know who gonna stay around and who not gonna stay around. But me, I try to make it to where I can. Everybody got a different way of life, so that's why I run specials weekly, like economic impact. Like I mean, I can't sit there in front. I work retail for the last 14 months straight, and I'm still in retail, like so part time. So
You know what I like? I love, love, love the hustle because like you was facing like an obstacle and you was willing to like get your hands dirty and do whatever it is that you need to do. Because I think at one point you was posting like two different jobs and then
yeah,
you
I
was
won't
still
play.
trying to promote the business at the same time. So I really admire that. Like that
And I
is
appreciate it.
like pretty much like almost my story because like I was riding Sports Clips Wave
Man,
to complement my business for the longest. And I didn't
it
know
works.
how to like cut that away because that I felt like that fed into my business. But now I've
Yeah,
been away from them since last
it's a
August,
big
last
step.
September, somewhere in there.
Congratulations.
And now that I'm standing on my own and just
Yeah,
like biting a bullet, like
yeah,
it's starting to progress, starting to grow because I'm able to like water it and nurture it. I have more
man.
time for it.
Yes, it's a
So
good
I feel
feeling.
like if you just step out on faith and just go for what you know, I feel like man, it'll work
You
out. It'll work out.
got,
It may
you
look
got
bad in the beginning, but it will work out.
so
I'm
good.
telling you, it will blossom if you just
Yeah,
pour as much as you do into like
yeah.
some of those jobs and stuff. If you pour into yourself as much as you do them, man, it's a guaranteed win.
Off the rip,
It's a guaranteed win.
off the rip.
But
And like, because I mean, and like that's what I mean, like so, and that's the pricing point from our end. But
mhm,
from the consumer end, I just want that to be. I wanted that to be known, like you know, for the people that's watching that don't cut hair, the people that need haircuts, the people that y'all come to us and give us y'all business, and we appreciate. Just know that we don't get some of the same benefits that happens at jobs. If we have to raise our prices due to economic things, that happens. But like you just get in where you can fit in. I mean, that's the best way to put it because it's different prices and different variations. You know what I mean? Everybody just need to go to the best thing, the best quality for you, best quality product, to the best thing you can afford. Don't break
right.
yourself for a haircut. And there's so many different prices. And with me, that's why I order a various amount. Like I run a special today and I just say, hey, I'm just gonna cut as many heads as possible today, and I just charge $20. It's rough out here, man. The prices is going up. It's crazy. Eggs is $6. It's crazy out here. So just I know it's crazy on us, but we have to understand it's crazy on them too. And if we want to keep that flow, that
Mhm.
currency, like currency is motion, money and movement. Like if your money just standing still, like it ain't doing nothing. Like so he might cut a head, woo, what, and they don't come back. Okay, what was that? That didn't help. You know what I'm saying? We got to make them come back. You know what I'm saying? So you give them a good quality product,
Right.
and you realize you may have to work a little harder. Like we said, man, I'm talking about I done worked that job.
Mhm.
I'm talking about like I have no ego. Like they call me the quote unquote I'm the GOAT. I done seen it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate the people
So
speak.
I'm
Me,
saying that anyway,
me,
because you cut my
I'm on
background.
it. I'm only as good as my last cut, man. I don't let nothing go to my head. Like I said before, like I always say, like you only good as your last cut. You only good as you was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself in the mirror. I'm real. I'm not humble, but I'm down to earth. I know I'm good, but I could be better. That's my motto.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But like people say that, and they oh man they don't understand like this. I worked to I went to the Dollar General after 13 years. I'm so celebrated all of a sudden, and I'm looking at people like, "What's up?" They're like, "What's up? What's up?" Like, man, you in the dollar store? Yeah, I'm in here.
Yeah.
I got a whole nother grind. Like, I got a mission because guess what? The bills kept coming, and the haircut slowed
Mhm.
down because the economy was so bad, and it was an election year. When I teach it to school, I told them, I said, "Say, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all becoming barbers in the worst time that you could possibly become a barber. Don't quit your job." My boy Mo, I see him watching, man. He was one of my students, man. Shout out to Mo, man. He get back in college, man. Hopefully we can make something happen, man. Yeah, we're gonna make some shake. You know what I'm talking about? That man, I seen that man progress a lot. Mo Wilcott, shout out, boy. But yeah, man, KY, you know what I'm saying? It's so many of them that take me to a whole nother level talking about that. But they gonna still get their licenses and we can make that happen. I got to see it happen. Jay Will, my boy, yeah, he just popped up on here. Yeah, it kind of threw me off, and that's a whole nother topic with me because that was back when I was an instructor, man. I spent a lot of time with these guys up there at the school, and I told them a lot of this stuff. Like I was like, man, y'all look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. My credit score is trash. Like
Mhm.
like I don't own anything because when I first started out, like they was like, say, bro, this is easy money. Keep your cash. What you talking about? Don't promote. So when I go up to somewhere and try to get some finance, they like, sir, you only claim 22. What? Boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm doing this the wrong way. I ain't had no business. I ain't do nothing. I ain't no EIN number. I ain't doing none of this. No products, no upsells to where you don't have to put yourself where you feel like, hey man, I spent an hour on your head, bro. I need $100. That's hard for somebody to come up off. But if you offer them a haircut, a bottle of shampoo that you got for sale, that you got for wholesale, sell them a brush, sell them some t-shirts,
Yep.
some smell good for their car. If it's Easter time, make some baskets. Go work a night job overnight. I don't give a damn what you got to do to get this dream going. Make it happen. And you got to make it happen. It ain't gonna happen standing behind a chair, looking at the door, hoping somebody come in and feeling entitled like somebody owe you something. Cause don't nobody owe you nothing. So you got to go get it. This is a game of takers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
We
gonna
got
shout out to Jaw Visuals and YB Blue Creations because they my biggest supporters. Like they
yeah,
anything that I feel like that I lack or whatever, they come in. They come in and they show love. So
yeah, man.
shout out to them.
Shout out. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? 'Cause
yeah,
it's
because
real.
in the
Like I
beginning,
just,
without
oh
them, I'll be like, "Ooh,
man,
I don't know because it's
say, but
hard."
hey, but you know, you want to know the best feeling in barbering I ever had when it came to the financial end. It was
What?
a crazy feeling because that's why I was able to get so much love for other barbers when I was able to shout out all these barbers and I was like, I got to mingle with so many different barbers. I got their phone numbers, I got their Facebooks, their Instagram. I was able to tell people 2 times in my career over that 12-year span of being licensed. I was able to tell people when they called my phone, I can't get you. I literally had about 75 clients when I counted them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was working out. But the thing is now that's the good side of it. It sounds real good, but for everybody that's want to get in the industry, I can tell you the bad side of it. I was overworking the hell out of myself. I really
Oh yeah,
was. And you know what I mean?
yeah.
I wasn't taking lunch breaks. I was working all night. My back hurt. I got bad
That's me.
feet now. You know what I'm saying?
Slept in the car, went right back
Man,
in
you
the
know what
shop.
I'm talking about? Pop right back
I'm
up in the
already
shop trying to
knowing.
get it.
I'm
You know what I'm
already
saying? So
knowing.
that's another price increase. That's a reason for the price increase because like, you know what I'm saying, you can't beat yourself up. But like at least if you go work out there, schedule yourself lunch, schedule yourself time for yourself, get your mind right, like make sure you're working out because as barbers we don't take care of physical neither.
But
So
you
and as her as cosmetologists, we don't take care of our physical. So we need to exercise, we need to move around. We stand in one spot all day and get money.
but
That's what we
you
do.
know who I learned that from? It took
Oh
for me to step into Extremely Magic and stand beside Red the Barber to find
man,
out
how
Stephanie,
did
you need
I,
to take lunch.
boy, how did I
Because
forget?
I
See, I
wasn't
told you.
scheduled no
There you
lunch, baby.
go.
I'm working. Long as the
There
people
you go.
coming, I'm in
I'm
there.
tripping. I'm tripping. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm tripping. You said red. Man. I'm in barber school at Texas Barber Institute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that place over there that used to be by Winn Dixie. I was at that place. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to be positive today. I was
Mm-hmm.
at that place. You know what I mean? And red pulled up on us anyway. I had a white coat on. I was at a place. I was at a barber school
Mm-hmm.
anyway, and I was I was at that place and Red pulled up and he had to man. He pulled up with the bowling ball. Got the Scarface in the pink. I'm talking about no barbers in the city at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what is going on? Like, so we run out the quote unquote school. We run out that place and we go out there and we talk. You know what I'm saying? We talking to him. He was like, say, man, I want to tell y'all, man, like this all came off barbering, man. Like y'all stay down, man. Like he rubbed the side of the car and the Lambo door pop up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I'm like 20. I'm like 24 at this time, maybe like 25. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like I can get this kind of money out barbering, man. Like, and this was before social media. Like you can get out here and you can do so much now. Like this was back when it was just behind the chair. Let's get it cracking. Like let's move to another city and go cut some hair there. Or now you can just get on here and you can actually get online and record yourself and teach people and get YouTube chicks and TikTok paying and everybody monetized. And man, come on, man. There's so many avenues to this to where you don't have to. I don't like to say the word, but overcharge for the state of the economy right now. Just understand we're in the service industry. That's what I want to say. We're in the service industry, and like I said, basically, oh yeah, and shout out to Red Hawkins. That's what I was trying to say. Shout out to Red because Red was a big inspiration too, because he the only one that came down there to their place. I understand probably why a lot of people didn't come down there, but he was at the supply store.
Mm-hmm.
But he went to the supply store and he stayed and he talked to a lot of us barbers and it motivated us a lot. And Red one of the fastest barbers I know. He the one that I really got to. I'm glad you said his name because he real quick, and and like I figured out if I can move faster and still give a quality cut, I don't have to charge a lot.
Right.
So it made me like people like I had so many people that I worked with that was like, bro, you should be charging so much more. I'm like, no, man, because I came from the struggle, man. My mama sent me with a 20. You know what I mean? And then like when I started cutting her, like I seen the relief on so many mamas' faces back in 1999 when I started charging. I started charging $3 a head. They like, hey, he do a decent job, and I ain't got to go down there and spend that time. It was $6 to $8 for a haircut, and I was
Right.
charging half. So because that was a time of economic crisis too, in around the late '90s, and it was like I told them at the school, like I was saying earlier, it was election year, and it's a hard time for everybody in the hair industry because at the end of the day, we're in the service industry. Like if we were gas, if we were oil, if we were food, then we wouldn't have nothing to worry about. You don't have to oversell yourself. Food sell itself. People hungry, they gotta eat. That's gonna happen. But within this situation, we gotta sell ourselves a lot, and we gotta understand that if at that current moment in time in the economy, if people cannot really afford haircuts, and you know they gonna need you, it might be
Mm-hmm.
best if you go find another way to get some money before you shoot the price up and shoot yourself in the foot and run people away because your prices may be too high for their pockets. It
Right.
might work for a little while and it might not. But hey, when it watch the economy, because when Bitcoin shoot up, when you see these
Mm-hmm.
rims start popping out, when you see I ain't saying pocket watch, but I'm just saying market watch. You know, when they get back right, then we go up accordingly. You know what I'm saying? We ain't go just sit still. We've been charging
Right.
the same thing for a long time. We still need raises as cosmetologists and barbers. We don't
Right.
get raises. We don't get quarterly. We don't get quarterly bonuses. We don't get none of that. We barely even get tips. So
Right.
we got to include our tip in our price.
Right.
So my thing is like say, hey, make sure you got another stream or some extra streams to do that so you don't got to be that person. So when the market do watch and the market come up and the people come in and they build a rapport with you, you bring them in. Like let's say you bring somebody in charging them 25 a head. And you talk to them and y'all build a rapport over 2 years. Y'all build a rapport. That person might get a raise somewhere. It doesn't happen to me. And you still say, man, you a day one. I'm gonna charge you 25. They gonna give you 50.
Right.
You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to charge the 50 because when you give them that good service and you give them that, then they will pay more. I ain't gonna say a tip. I'm saying every time they pay the same price. I don't care what your price is. Their price in their head value more than what you putting on that number,
Right.
and that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes, and you gotta
Like
enjoy those people. You gotta
service,
embrace those people.
the skill, the all of it.
It's
It
everything.
complements it all.
It's everything.
But
It's everything.
and so bottom line to that is like have a strong foundation to your business, like have like a strong marketing strategy to your business, like all of that comes with it. Like I mean it really goes with back to the barbering. Okay, so
Yeah.
as far as like the price points go, so you do know it's like some shops that have like these real cool amenities and stuff like that. Like they have like all this fancy waterfalls and fishes, and they got all of these fancy churros and all this kind of stuff here. Do you think that that will also help you like include that in your pricing, like the atmosphere? Like, do you think that
Yeah.
that changes anything?
Yeah. The atmosphere, of course, but nobody cares if your chair is lined in gold.
Right.
They don't give. They don't care about that being the haircut price. If you wanna do that and spend $1,500 on a chair for them to sit in, that they go sit in, that they will sit in a $500 chair the same price, and they don't
Mhm.
care. They really care about what's in the mirror when they leave, and they care about how you treated them while they was in the chair. You know what I mean? So atmosphere, of course, is being inviting and being friendly, especially kid friendly. Just as friendly as welcoming as possible. That's the atmosphere, but you don't really have to spend the money and expect them to pay a higher price because you decided to buy a chair that was 5 times marked up to make it look pretty for Instagram.
Okay.
And I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't do it for that. Some people do it
Mhm.
because they like chairs. They might want a chair that's 5,000, but don't blame your clients for you buying a $5,000 chair. You could have bought a one for 175 and got the same job done.
Well,
You
I
know
know
what I mean? But
Barber charges an entry fee
mm,
into his barbershop because he has
to each
fish
his
in the
own.
wall. and the nice chairs and the light and all that stuff and the pressure air pressure things. He charges
Yeah.
an entry fee just to come into the shop.
Did the
That's not the cut. That's just to go in the shop.
so the fish didn't change the outcome of the haircut.
Yeah. Shop
Okay, so nah, that ain't got nothing to do with the price.
shop amenities can give you the opportunity to charge a entry fee to the shop.
But if they paying it, hey, say like I said, get your
Yeah,
clientele. If somebody willing to pay entry fee, say man, you're a genius, my guy. But
man.
that right there,
That was so cool because
that's
like
like you a
somebody had
genius, man.
posted
So like I
it on
said,
TikTok and I was like, is this the club or is this the barbershop? But that was the barbershop. He charges an entry fee.
I I think I don't know. My opinion on that, I think people may have got like a little mixed up with it. It might, I don't know. Like like as far as me, atmosphere has to do with, yes, of course, the smell, the look, the temperature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That ties into your price, but that ties into utilities and overhead as well. So that's already tied into your price. To me, that's my opinion. And like as far as like, okay, if somebody come in and you have a humidifier and they got
Mhm.
sinuses, that
Right.
goes to the price. If somebody come in, they got sensitive skin and you spray them with a certain product that helps them from not breaking out, that ties
Mhm.
into your price. If they got bad, man, I keep it a book. Y'all know I'm raw. I got a like an ingrown right here. Like if they do that type of stuff where they like make it to where you don't get ingrowns and they moisturize your skin. Like my boy Tone Sosa at TS Pro Grooming.
Man,
Like
he
Tone
doing
Sosa
his
and James
thing.
say, man,
I love to
I
see his
could.
posts.
That's my boy. That is the
I
most
love to
down to earth
see
cat
his
I
posts.
ever met in my life. You would never think that the highest barber in town was the most down to earth cat.
What
That man,
I
hey,
was
say
this
man,
for him.
I cut with him over at Solar back in 2018 before COVID hit. Like, and he was one of the ones that talked to him. He was telling me like, I seen the whole process. I seen this man pull up in the same car. He had a paid for car. He pull up in that car,
Mm-hmm.
and he was charging back then, still charging prices that nobody else was charging. And like he
Right.
was so cool, like he was just chill. Like he had his spot in Soul. He had it decked out. When you come in,
Mm-hmm.
like he do locks. He like if you come in there, you go get your locks done. You go get your skin treated. You go get the enhancements. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, you
That
getting the
goes
whole
back
thing.
to the essential
So
skills.
yeah, so when the boy hit you for a bill 50, you hit that. But if a haircut is all you want, then you could go spend 30 or 35.
That's
You know
what
what I'm
I
saying?
was
With somebody
saying.
else.
That's what I was talking
Yeah,
about earlier. That's who I was talking about,
it
Tom
depends.
Sosa.
Yeah,
Like he's
that's
doing the
my
whole
boy,
shebang for
man.
that
Say
money.
that's
Like people like
him
he
and
charged
James.
this, charged this, but he's giving you the actual
The
full
experience.
barber,
What it say?
facial, esthetician,
It
all
say
that experience
it
for
say
that
it
money.
say the Tone Sosa experience. That man been
And
saying that since 2018. I watched him manifest his own shop in a place in Longview that it costs a lot of money to operate. I watched him do that, and I watched
I
him keep his doors open.
patience for it all. Like this
I
man
watch
done went to Austin, San Antonio.
say,
Him and they
man,
was
the
everywhere.
man,
He was getting certified. He didn't just say, "Oh, this is what something I picked up today. This is what I'm doing." No,
no,
he's actually certified to do it
the
all.
man,
Like he
the
got that
man sponsored
black and white
the
behind
man
him. Like it ain't just like
he
something he
sponsored
just
through
learned overnight.
245. And
Huh?
then Damian Moss, he was another one, but like he sponsored through 245. Like he a brand ambassador. Like he was a brand ambassador back in 2018. Like he just stayed down. And what he told me, his method, he's like, man, I'm gonna keep my prices. He said, when I raise my price, I raise my prices. But he said, I'm giving them more than just a haircut. You get your choice as a client, what you want to do. If you
Right.
want to go somewhere and you just want to get a haircut, get some aftershave on, you get a nice razor edge, then that's your price range. That's your, even if you can afford you. Hey, I'm not counting you. You can afford it, but you don't maybe not want the fog in your face. You might not want to fall asleep in the chair. That man to put you to sleep in the chair and wake you up and you got a haircut, you don't even know what happened.
I'm
So yeah,
telling you.
that's worth every dime. So and
I
I'm
done
gonna tell you
seen
one
the
thing.
content.
The only service business in the city of Longview that I know that stayed open the whole time during the COVID shutdown after they let us back open was the highest barbershop in the city. So you let me know that people ain't out there paying the money.
Hmm.
So I like I said, I'm a fair price barber, but don't get it twisted. People pay it. So you market your clientele, but it's a little harder. You got to pay your dues. Tone Sosa, man, hey, he'll tell you himself. He had to pay his dues. He had to keep on keeping on because some people couldn't do
I
that. Some
seen it.
people,
I watched him do
yeah,
it.
you
That
know what I'm
man
talking
was
about. So you
everywhere
already
putting in
know,
work.
man. And I salute that man. And he, like I said, he the most expensive barber in the city. And and a really down to earth guy, man. Shout out to Tone and James Jones over there, man. That's my boy too. Like
Yeah.
I watched him as he came up, you know what I'm saying? Lovely man, like lovely, like man, that boy there, man, hey, I seen his journey, man. His journey was amazing too. Like
Mhm.
I just like I just want people to understand that in our city, we don't have no barber battles. We don't have no. Me and my son was talking about it.
Just
He's so young and full of
talking about
ideas.
that.
Like
I was
barber,
just talking about that. And they said
barber
that the
pain.
reason why they don't have that kind of stuff no more because everything is more or less like social media. Everything is more technology. Nothing is like actually hands on. Like
That's
the
what.
newer stylists and the new barbers that are coming in, they done got away from that. You know,
And
versus us, we from Chicago. We want that show me, kind of
you know what I'm
behavior.
talking
But they
about?
say that's not a thing for them.
And that ties into the quality of haircuts right now. And I get in on that when it comes to technique, like you said with technique. The quality of haircuts, that's the problem with social media. That's why, like I said in my video earlier, I'm enhanced right now. My son enhancement. I was anti-enhancement for a very long time because this reason. I seen it overdone with Beijing on a 2-year-old. There's no reason to put enhancements on a 2-year-old at all. They got a
Right,
full head of hair. Like they got plenty of hair to work with.
right.
Enhancement is not a replacement. You know what I mean? I use enhancements. I've been using it pretty heavy because I just started using it like a month ago. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just got the spray gun. Like I wasn't using the sprays, but I seen people come in and they change they look when they got a couple of light spots and I could change it and you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist at
Cool
the
to
end of the day.
you.
We
To
all artists,
compliment
so
because yeah,
yeah.
it's cool to
So it's,
it's a
it's
compliment
cool to
because when you just create the whole cut
yeah. If you
with enhanced,
if,
that's when I be like, okay,
man,
that's not the same cut.
if you spray
You ain't showing
that
the same skill.
if you spray that weight line out, you're not a barber, sir or ma'am.
Your
I'm
artist.
sorry.
Is that
I
what you
don't know.
said?
You need to go out there and paint on the easel because that's not fair.
Hmm.
Don't do that.
Hmm.
Flick your wrist. Like that's what you got people out there with carpal tunnel because they kept it G. Keep it real now. Don't do
Right.
that. But now look, YouTube. To speak on YouTube and the whole YouTube movement, like I like YouTube. I learned a lot from YouTube because I come from the old law with all carded clippers. When I first started cutting, I had a pair of animal clippers and a screwdriver back in the '90s, and I was edging and fading with them. It took me 2 hours and a lot of cool off sessions, but it happened.
Them dang
But I was like, now
Oscars,
technology
them
changes. You know what I'm
peanut.
talking about? You already know it's for Walmart special. You
I'm
know what I'm
telling
talking
you.
about? So so it was like like I don't like they need to understand that like tools are a big thing. You know what I mean? I understand the tools, but you don't do it for social media. Social media got people twisted to where like on IG you don't get paid for that. Like you don't get paid and you get paid a little bit off it. But if you start giving tutorials, yeah, but a lot of people push people edges back just to make them look sharp. They overspray to make it pop for the picture. But like, what's gonna
Mm,
happen like 2 days from now when my guy like take the football helmet off? Like, you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like what's gonna happen then? Like that's actually that gotta last him for 2 weeks and you charge them and you even charge them for putting the paint because you sprayed it over. Like that's $4.99. Like I just bought paint for the first time last month. I ain't even wearing out of my first little bottle batch yet. And I've been spraying almost everybody because they like, man, you spraying now? Like they be looking like I said, you wanna enhance it? They like, is this a trick question? Like you was against it now because I seen it done a natural way.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you who I seen do it done a natural way. It was Lovely actually. I seen Lovely and I seen Tone do it. And
Mm.
I like the black and brown mixture. And then my son told me about it, like mixing it up to where it fit everyone. Where it don't look too black, but it looks natural.
I
You know what I'm
learned
saying? So if
this
somebody
from a
needs a
TikTok.
natural enhancement, that's cool.
Yeah, I learned it from a TikTok. This girl was doing it on her eyebrows, and
Yeah.
so I decided to play
Hey,
just to see what the mix would be, and I played with it on my son, and it
once you
turned out to be
got that
really
mix, man, once you got that mix right, it just lay right in there and it don't shine. And I mean, there's so many different ways to do it. So I had to come, that's like mixing the old with the new. I had to come into terms realizing that I'm going to come back into this industry and these young cats want to get sprayed up. So I'm not spraying your fade, but if you want to get anything around here enhanced, if you want to get your edge enhanced, I started doing it and I love it. And I'm
mm-hmm.
man enough to say that. Like, and that's why I think a lot of the older barbers are stuck in their ways, you know what I mean? But like I was once that guy and I'm not no more. So like that's one of the things I budge on. Some stuff I don't. I still use the gray 69.99 carded Andis trimmers. I
Okay.
don't there's some stuff my son give me, man, look, I'm so tired of hearing about you gotta
Yeah,
get the
you saw
savers.
the
You
Big
gotta
South
get the
Barber.
you know what I'm talking about? Man, hey, little sister hands be tripping. He want me to spend $225 on some edges that only take out fibers. No, I don't want
Yep.
to do that. I need them hitters, man. They tatted on my
That
arm.
don't
I need them with a cord that
miss.
coming out the wall.
Yeah, the one that
Look,
don't miss.
I want. Look, real talk. Don't cut nobody. I can adjust them, zero gap them, zero gap them. But I guess
That.
that's the part of the old school that's still in me. That's the part that's still in me. But
Mm-hmm.
I ain't tripping. I mean, I'm gonna get a pair of cordless edges, but that's for finished work. But I want to put that line crisp in there. If y'all see any of my work, them clippers cost less than $100. Don't let them youngsters tell you got to go buy them gold clippers because IG
I
said
think
it.
everybody got
Tell you
some
right
of
now.
them. If they ain't got none of
But
them, that mean hey,
they
they ain't
tripping.
really certified.
And if you
Everybody got something of them. I got like 8 pairs because I keep
know what
buying them over.
I'm saying, look, and if you ain't got none of them, if you ain't got none of them, go buy you some. Stop by 1212 Alpine Road out of the skate. We on the side and bring them to me. I'm gonna let my wife set them for you. She set them.
Mm-hmm.
She can look at them for 1 second and boop boop. She'll set them for you. And I guarantee you gonna throw your $200 clippers
Whoa.
away.
Hey, we gonna send a shout out to your wife because she saved my ass one night. So the lights went out at Fort Clips. Your girl
Oh yeah,
came in, held the phone for me, and let me finish my cut. Like I mean, it wasn't even
man.
asked
Hey,
her. Like she came in and jumped straight on what y'all need.
yeah,
Boom,
real
held
talk. Hey,
the whole finish of my cut. Big,
yeah, hey, that's
hey,
her.
much
Hey,
love,
that's
much
her.
love.
Man, that's she go hold it down, man. Hey, I
And she
tried to.
came in like, boom, hey, I got it. What y'all need?
Sometimes she get out of hand. She try to ask me, can she edge me up and that? Like then I got to draw the line. But other than that, she pretty good. She
Yeah,
get it. She I taught her how to edge
it'll
the
grow
back
back.
of
You
my
can
neck,
let her try.
but it was she missed my edge. I'm almost 40. It might not grow back, so I don't know about that one.
Got enhancements.
No, them enhancements is not
Got
gonna cover that up right there.
yeah, spray that in right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look. Mm-mm.
I let her son deal with the edging. I let her and her daughter eventually. Yeah, Maury go cause stuff finna get nasty with them clippers too. We got a lot of things happening, man, and I just want everybody to be a part of it. Like this
Oh
industry,
yeah.
man. Like that's one big thing with me. Like people, like man, I see a change in Bryson. Like biggest change in me, honestly, as a man, is that it's really a blessing to be working with my son. Like
That's
I didn't never think he was want to be.
hard.
I didn't think he
I
want to
like
be a
that
barber.
last picture y'all took.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. And now she took that picture, and my cousin was like, who took that picture? And I was like, man, that was Angel. She took the picture. He was like, man, like I thought it was professional. I'm like, nah. I said, man, I said it was just like, it's surreal to me, like because he said I never I was a bad situation with barbering when that man told me he wanted to be a barber. I was like, hell nah, bro, you can't do it. Like I don't even want to do it no more. Like I want to retire. I retired twice and came back because it's just in me. I can't leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but like, so it's like it was so wild. And then when he said I want to be a barber. I was like, shit, I seen it in his eyes. And he grew up in a barber shop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why she like that in the barber
He
shop.
was forever woofing. Every
Yeah,
time we
so
see him, he woofing. I mean, I need to put my do rag down title.
man, you already know. Look, hey, that boy, that's something serious, man. Like, and so when he told me that, he was like that. The next thing I know, Mara tell me I want to braid hair, and I want. So I was like, man, I'm finna have to get his hair game another chance. And I was like, I gotta let my kids follow their dreams. So I
Yeah.
jumped back in, and like
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a lot of crazy situations with shops. You know what I'm saying? But when you I ain't had like I was saying earlier. Get your paperwork together, get your stuff together, because I didn't have no trust fund to leave down to my kids. I didn't have no money because I was over here trying to do under table. So I didn't know I'm not shaking my locks more. My daughter here tripping to my shake your locks.
You better shake your lot.
Yeah, to my shake your locks. Chill out. No, but like I I just I don't know. I don't want people to I don't want people to look. Let me know, bro. Let me turn that on. Okay, there we go. All right,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I don't like. I didn't have them to give them, so I gave them this craft. Like, so I just try to give them everything into it. And like, that's another thing about this field. Like, you can instill it into your kids, even if your kid want to be an engineer. Because I was gonna teach him how to cut regardless. So if he was in the dorm, he could cut her, and I ain't got to send him. I ain't got to send him no much money. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But I want people to understand the financial literacy of this field. Don't jump in this field thinking I'm finna make some dollars. And if you go home with a pocket full of cash, you're in last place. Oh,
Right.
you welcome, Ashley. I had to turn the light on. Yeah, it was getting dark.
Right.
Everybody on me for the light. I had to turn the light on. But
Yeah.
now, like, uh, excuse me. But yeah, like so, financial literacy is big. Like, I didn't know about EINs. I didn't know about none of that. Like I was just like getting cash. Like, and if you're going home with a whole lot of cash every day, my analogy on it is like if you go to the lake, like I said this earlier today, if you go to the lake, it looks still on the top. That's your cash. It's sitting
Mhm.
still. You know what I mean? But if you I don't care how good you can swim. If you go deep enough in that lake, it's some called a current that'll take you up under there and it's moving quick. And that's what money is really called. It's called currency. You know what I'm saying? So if your money if you come home with cash every day, the American dollar has no value. You can look it up. It's a piece of paper. It don't hold no value unless it's moving. That's why they call it currency. And if I just broke that down, y'all can take that to the bank. Literally, you can take it to the
Okay.
bank with an IRA, or you know what I'm saying, a Roth IRA. Let me put that right. You know what I'm saying, because we don't have 401k. We don't have bonuses. So get your investments going. Get your money moving. Like so, if you make that money, pay yourself a salary. Get your LLC. If you go use YouTube, don't watch it to learn how to spray on somebody's edge. Watch it to learn how to save your money while you razoring somebody's edge. You know what I'm saying? Like get that in. Like it's financial. It's free. I call it YouTube University. It's free. Get on there, learn how to use this money because we ain't nobody taking nothing out no chick. We not getting no chicken. And then at the end of the year, we having to pay in self-employment taxes. So it's snatching your child. If you got two kids, one of them getting snatched from the government because you got to pay in. I don't care
Right.
how many write-offs you got. You're gonna end up having to pay something in because you didn't pay taxes all year.
Right.
That's what they not talking about. So you gotta get on the financial literacy part. You gotta get your stuff in a row. So you're not almost 40 years old with a 500 and some credit score in a car that came off the lot on 80, but you're the most celebrated name in the city of Longview, Texas. Because guess who that is? You looking at him.
Hmm.
I ain't had nobody tell me that when I was fresh and young and full of energy. Like get that in, man. Get your money right. Get multiple streams of income. Don't feel entitled because don't nobody owe you nothing. There's so many barbers out here. They don't have to come to you. They come and sit in your chair and you think you popping something because you got 20 likes on Facebook. Them likes ain't nothing. I swear to you, I had 300. I got to get 300 likes. If you get 300 likes on Facebook, you may get 2 return clients. You may get 20 clients.
Hmm.
You may get 2 return clients to go rock with you. I got people I've been cutting over a decade. They help raise my kids. Like I will, if I see somebody messing with them, I'm going to bat for them. That'll bring the O3 me out. I go to war behind my clients because they literally they the reason I'm living. I gotta eat. I gotta pay my bills. So take care of your clients, take care of your finances. Don't end up with a messed up credit score when they say, hey, how can you prove that you cut this many heads? How can you prove that you sold this many products? Don't end up in tax trouble because you're selling products and you ain't did your tax stuff right and you ain't taking care of your business as far as that goes. You ain't got your EIN number. You ain't even wholesaling. I mean,
Right.
and then don't running up your cash app over 6K, not knowing that you got to report that. You got 3 years to report it, but after on that fourth year, hey man, it's gonna get real on you. You learn tax law. Nobody told me that. I had to
Nope.
learn that, but I know now. And I best believe, the next 5 years it's gonna get real crazy. But they could have, but if you listen to what I'm saying, at 18 to 25, even 30, like you good for the next 5 years. Like I'm just telling you what I done picked up when I was stuck in the house when COVID was out and we didn't have nothing to do. I was just watching and learning the crypto. Oh my God, crypto, get your money there. Like that's
Man.
the main thing. Get your money in the crypto. Like even
Oh,
accept haircut payments. Accept your haircut payments in Bitcoin.
mm-hmm.
Free game. Take that to the bank. Anybody listening? Tell them you accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. Tell them
I know. I, yeah.
if you
Let me
charge $40,
for all of the little
yeah,
apps and stuff.
yeah. If you charge $40, tell them they can get it for 35 if they pay you in Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is what? Currency. It ain't money. It's gonna keep
Right.
moving. And I promise you, it's gonna keep moving up because you got billionaires with their money in it. They ain't losing no money. They didn't become billionaires overnight. So accept
Right.
your haircut in crypto, Ethereum. Look it up, cryptocurrency. Accept your current. I mean, it's so many different ways to get this money out here without,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, trying to compete with everybody or trying to compete with this and
Right.
enslaving yourself behind a chair and like I did and not taking lunches and man, there's so many ways to get money out here, man. Go get this money and enjoy your clients and enjoy this life of being able to do something that you love to do and make people smile. Like I told my son, like I know I talk about it, but this quote hit me so tough because I used to be in the streets, man. Like that's why my marketing strategy is so tough. I used to sell drugs, like so. It's like I'm gonna keep on putting it in your face so you buy some.
Right.
That's why I do it like that. That's why I started like this. So my son, well, I said, son, I'm so glad I don't sell dope no more. He said, Daddy, you wrong. We still sell dope. What you mean? I said, boy, what the hell? Boy, if you
Good.
ever catch me selling dope, I'm finna break your face. Like it was like, but he was like, nah, Daddy, like listen to me. Like we sell dopamine. I said, what you mean? I said, let me give you in a little deep now. What's up? You know,
Yes,
that's how
sir.
we talk. He said every time somebody get out their chair, they get an instant dopamine hit. That's why they keep coming back. It's just like drugs. It's just like what you was telling me not to do. I'm doing it in a legal way. So
Right.
that message spoke so clear to me that it's like the method I was using, keep on posting the pictures, handing out cards. I'm gonna put it in your face. I got people that request. It's so crazy. Like I don't understand. They'll be like best barber or I'm in search of a barber. People will sit there and tag me and they don't even come to me just because it's like they programmed and seeing, oh, that's that scissor hands dude. He done post another picture. Okay, he posted another video. Okay, he done did something else. Like I'm gonna put it in your face, and that's I got that from that game. You know what I mean? So and I went legal with it, and I did it. And I never thought about it. He said, I guess I'm still selling dope. I guess we selling dope. You selling dope too? Because
Right.
they more hooked on that look. Out of all the years I sold dope, the biggest high I ever seen was somebody get out that chair and you gave them the look that they came in there with that picture and that's what they wanted, and then you put that little extra on. I ain't never
Mm-hmm.
seen nobody get high off no drugs they can send you to jail. They make them smile like when they get up out that chair. So
Right.
that's the game. Like I'm talking about, that's that game. Like I'm talking about, take care of your clients.
Mm.
Like take care of your people. If they need to hear something, if they need to talk, man. I went back to my pictures and started posting old pictures. Man, I had so many people that ain't here with me right now. Some of them locked up, free Devo. You know what I'm saying? Some of them gone. You know what I'm saying? Long live 2 minute the name. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like it's very bittersweet in this field. You go lose people. People gonna move away.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? So it's up and down, like, but it's beauty in it. So just when we talking about the hair industry as a whole, just know that it's a whole lot that come with it, but it's worth it at the end of me. You know what I mean? So just don't let the influencers influence you. Let your clients influence you. Let your inner drive influence you. Your ambition, your family, your support system. Because them people with them likes, I'm gonna tell you a secret if you don't know by now. Check
Mm.
your views versus check your likes. They don't give a damn about you.
Right.
Some of them do, but I got 2.7 thousand friends, and I get 300 likes, but I can get 2,000 views. That means 2,000 people looked at it and didn't like it.
Right.
All they had to do is hit the like button, but they looked at it. So don't get caught up unless you get monetized. Don't get caught up in the social media drama.
And they
Look at
got
that person that hit
to pay to be monetized now. So
which one?
you pay. You got to pay to be liked.
Man, that's crazy. Say, I'm gonna pay. Look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the corner. I tell people, I say, I had a young boy, but he's like, man, how do I build my clientele? I said, bro, you gotta go grocery shopping, right? He said, yeah. He said, I said, you go to Walmart? He said, yeah. I said, go to Walmart and grocery shop very slow with a pocket full of cards from Vistaprint. It costs like $15. You can run a
Mm.
promo. They got promos everywhere. Get you some cheap cards because they gonna throw them down, but they gonna say the number in their phone, or they might take a picture of the card. Get you about 500 cards, and on the back, like write little deals or whatever, like a free razor or 5% off, 10% off, right on the back of the cards. Shake hand, put your sharpest fit on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about your go out fit. I'm talking about not your church fit neither. I'm talking about business casual.
Right.
Tuck your shirt in, look professional. If you're a lady, dress boss ladied up. Straighten your crown, queen, and strut through Walmart, and
Mm.
everybody you see that got hair growing out their head. Everybody you see go need somebody. So it's a Shark Tank. So I'm going in there, and I don't care who your barber is, but you go get my card, and you
Right.
go give it thought. And even if you loyal to your barber, you gonna say, man, I remember that young man that walked up to me. He shook my hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just like, hold on. I'll talk to light. Y'all done got me crunk tonight. This is my topic. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 25 years. I'll
But you
talk
know
to
what?
light.
Here's another thing though. A lot of
Okay.
people, a lot of my clients don't even have social media.
That's what I'm saying. I
So
told my son, I told my son and the
it might
students,
be some
man,
accuracy to that. It
I'm
might be
telling
some
you,
to that because a
it's
lot of people don't have social media no more.
how how you get clients is this. The main way I say is 80%. This is how you get clientele.
Mm-hmm.
You go do a fresh fade, and somebody go walk in there into like a place like I just said into Walmart, and
Yep.
then it's gonna be somebody like me that's trying to give you a cut,
Mm-hmm.
or it's gonna be somebody in there that might be trying to get a cut, and they go see your head and they go say, "Hey man, if you don't mind me asking, who your barber?" Now if somebody
Wait,
like me, you done
he
gave
say
your
he
client,
he don't got no hair.
man,
What's
sir,
that?
sorry, fam, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. We were just talking about
Yeah.
the fiber. I got fibers and I got enhancements. We gonna mix them
Okay.
together. We gonna mix them together and we gonna spray it on there. But you gotta tell everybody that it's sprayed on. That's the only way I'm gonna do it.
Mm. Well, they got
Man, you
hands now,
man,
so I mean,
man, that
you
man.
got to
Hey,
figure
you
out
know
where
what
to
I'm
go
gonna
get
do?
this.
I'm finna put a triple leather towel on his head, and he finna get this 30-degree razor, and he finna get that beard on point. I'll put some enhancements on your beard, fam. That's what you gonna get.
Mm. Mm.
but
I
nah,
love
but nah, like for real, like it's just genuine, man. Like I just appreciate it's like an opportunity for me to. Man, I'm just gonna turn the light on, I guess. They want to act funny today. But like I just really want everybody like I so much like I mean I'm gonna talk more like I told them this morning I don't go live much but I'm gonna tell people more because I was having fun when I was instructing because I was just trying to tell them everything nobody told me this stuff like and nobody told me it was gonna make my feet hurt bad like
right.
nobody told me that I was gonna have to, but like you just gotta stay down. And then the beauty of it, I said it 2 times in my career. I can't take nobody. When you say that, and you can look at your book and count your money up, you know what
Mm.
people coming in, you know what energies you dealing with, you know what they like, so you know what music to play. If one come in, he sip Patron, you give him a little shot of Patron, he go shoot you extra $15. He done got drunk. He might feel tipsy. Now he go tip. Why you think they call it tipsy?
Mm.
I'm just saying, fam. Why you think the bartender want to get you so drunk so she can get some tips, so he can get some tips. So you know what
Right.
I'm saying? You got somebody come in and sip Moscato like I do. I'm a light drink. I sip a little Moscato with my eyes low, but pour them something. You know what I'm saying? Cater to your client.
Let's
Stop
go back.
being so egotistical.
Let's go back to the instructor part. So, how do you feel about them cutting the hours down to become a instructor? Like the cosmetology and barbers instructors license is null and void, but they have it where you can get a certification for 500 hours instead of the 1250 it used to be. How do you feel about that?
I think
Because they tried to eliminate it as a whole.
I'm sitting here watching, like it's hard because eliminating as a whole is crazy. Because me myself, okay, barber school, flat out from the instructor standpoint,
Mhm.
only thing that you go learn in barber school that you desperately need is sanitation. You need to
Yep.
learn how to work the razor. You
Right.
need to know about the different like pathogens that's still sanitation. Mainly sanitation, how to work the razor, how to be professional, the history of it, so you can have pride in what you do. But that's really that's really it. Like it's experience, like consistency of going out there and trying it. That's what's gonna get you. So like I but at the same time, like I sit here and watch Jacoby Ivy, man. Shout out Ivy, man. That dude been like self
The cook,
teaching himself for like
the one that
yeah,
cook.
yeah.
Okay.
Like Ivy been acting crazy. Like he been watching YouTube. And I had him text me the other day. He finna go to school too, y'all. We have another barber. I'm gonna go and speak that in existence. Ivy, you gonna be listening at some point. If you ain't listening now, we gonna be cooking food. You gonna have that shop, and you gonna have the food truck in front of the shop. And then KY, you'll get better cutting too, my boy. Cause KY was cold with it too. But you know what I'm saying? Things happened that transpired that, you know what I'm saying? We gonna leave that where it's at. You know,
Okay.
but yeah, them boys still go. They go get their license and they go do good things, and I can't wait to see it. Beast Texas Boys. We talked about this in the classrooms, but like I don't think that the hours should be let down that much. I don't because I feel like if you go let the hours down that much, then teach half of it as far as the classwork and get that done because they need to know the classwork and do that theory and do the
Right.
theory and that practical in that time. The other time they need to be cutting heads. You need to be promoting your barber school so much that it's like a
Segment.
barbershop.
Yep.
And then that's the other hours they spend. I don't care. Like if you go through a 5 month course, in 5 months you can learn everything in the book to take your state board written and practical tests in 5 months. Easy. If you really about that, you can learn it.
Right.
But you can't learn to cut hair in 5 months. But at the same time, if you only focus on one or the other, you can, because I'm looking at Ivy over 2 months watching YouTube videos and keep practicing,
Mm-hmm.
and he practicing, and I'm watching him get colder and colder and colder. So I'm
Right.
like, it can't be done. So when you merge the two, yes, you can get on YouTube and you can self-teach, but you still need that certification that's to separate the haircut from the barber. That's what lets you allow, like you said, you went to super clips, right?
Sports
Sports
clip.
clips. You went to sports clips and you was able to do that. If you're a hair cutter, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can go run it up somewhere that's a franchise already with a license. You know about barbicide. You know about infectious control disease. You know about alcohol that do not clean your clippers. You know about blade wash. You know about rotary versus magnetic clippers. You know about the red, white, and the blue, which we talked about the other day. That's
Right.
the
Blood,
bandage, the
vein. Mm-hmm.
vein,
And the
and
vein.
the blood. You know what I mean? The bandage, the vein, and the blood. You know what I mean? So that's what that means, and it's that just go back to show you how important we are and how we've been servants for a long time. Don't be so egotistical that you get caught up in the hype with the social media. You still
Right.
you still have to understand that we are needed, but they can easily go somewhere else. So
Right.
you got to cater to your clients. That's the best advice I can give everybody. Now, you don't let them run over you. You don't let them cut in on your lunch break. You don't let them undercut you on your price. If they come to you with their price, then they was already knew their price before they came to you.
Okay.
But when they in there, make them feel the best they can feel. Make them feel it's all about the experience that we talked about with Tone. You know what I'm saying? Give them the best experience, and whatever you feel like your value is on that experience, you put that stamp on there. And you stand on that stamp, whatever their price may be. And if they don't want to pay it, then they don't got to pay it because it's 100,000 people in the city. But
So I did
but
notice that
as
you had
far as the
talked on
hours,
the old law versus new law.
now but back to what you said, as far as the hours, I think they need to just do like half cutting a whole lot of hair every day and
Mm-hmm.
half get ready for the test, and then yeah, that. But as far as you said old law versus new law,
Mm-hmm.
now that's crazy because of my situation. I'm 38 and little man is 18.
Mm-hmm.
So like he got all these carded clippers and like different combs, and he used thinning shears on beards and taper fades and all kind of high tech like curved shears. And
So the
I'm
difference
like,
in
bro,
the technique.
I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you need all this? I got a 4-person lineup. You got like a 9-person line. You got so many clippers. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like he always like every time he gets some money, oh God, give me some more clippers. Why? But then I mean I collect clippers too, but like I'm cordless on my faders, but like as far as edges, I'm corded. You know what I'm saying? I still got my classic 76s. They call classic
Okay.
for a reason. They go mow some down, wet or dry. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, and I mean I already spent 200 on them. You know what I'm saying? Get my blades right because people don't even get blade cuts no more because everybody got the the little toy clippers in their hand. That's what I call them. That's me as old law. Now
Mm-hmm.
me being real, I gotta make my TI liners do what they do.
Hmm.
These youngsters can go buy some sabers or some let me see. You got sabers, you got
Pissed off barber. You got the
man,
detailers.
the
You got it's
uh
different.
high vis, like you got all these new clippers that like they come out the box and they done took them and put them under a microscope, put a graphite blade on them, turn them into something special, like where they
Mm-hmm.
can tap. But they So you got to understand that it's they getting their value too. So that's what the younger boys, all the students, everybody like KY was a king. KY had the KY Hicks, man. That's my boy. I've been knowing. I used to cut his hair, and then he popped up at the barber school over. That was so crazy. Like I've been knowing him since he was little. But KY
Mm-hmm.
had the Cocos. They had the Coco. I mean, I'm like, bro, you only in the barber. You still got half your barber school left. And you buying all this stuff. He was testing them all out, like so. And I was watching how they work, so I was able to see like Stylecraft really working with some on certain types
Mm-hmm.
of hair. But when it comes to the tools, understand this: it's all about the type of hair. It's a reason why, and and we don't use black, white, Mexican. We don't use that language. That's old
Right.
law. We
Right.
use straight and we use coarse. We don't say nappy. It's
They
coarse. It's
say
actually
texture.
it's
A lot of
texture. You
texture.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's tight curls. It's actually a cause that link you to the universe, but that's a whole other conversation. Is that
Right.
I'm gonna leave that right there though. But
Right.
but it's
Okay.
it's you know what I'm saying, it's straight and it's coarse hair, and you know what I'm saying, it's called hair. So if, if you want to deal with some very coarse hair, don't go buy no style crafts and think you finna get no crispy edge without modifying them. You can get them modified and pay that money, but Your best bet is to get you some of them old schools with the corded, because they like the 76s of the edges. You get them and and you can set them right and you can make them hit. But if
Right.
that hair is any texture other than that, the new clippers is the truth. So I feel like you need to have old law mixed with new law. You need to have you some with the cord that's gonna mow down some, and you need to have you some that can just take the fibers off or the enhancements off the edge a little bit if you need it. You need some kind in the middle that's only for like mixed texture hair. Like you need all of that. You need a certain trimmer for every type of hair. Just don't go to a go-to just because somebody on Instagram they got paid to say, "Hey man, these the it clippers." Don't go waste $300 on it. Like do your
I did
research
that
on
with
your
the
line.
softball. Yeah,
Work it.
because I
Yeah.
like my detailers and then I like my
You
JRLs.
said you said
But
you said TPLB.
uh-huh. Yeah,
That
they were
boy,
telling
that
me
boy,
that
that
the piece off ball,
he
it
is
was gonna like you could
inspiration to
barely
me,
touch it, it's gonna
man.
knock it down like a saber. But
Man, when I tell you that boy, that man, look, that's a whole nother story. I'm so proud of him, man. Him and Pacino. I remember like when Instagram first started jumping and we was like posting haircut pictures, like when the feathers was out and all that. Like
mm-hmm,
Pacino had just got out the pen.
mm-hmm,
Pacino had like 2 barbershops and it just got out the pen. So he was posting that. This is still on the same topic, old law and new law, because he old school, but he
mm-hmm,
jumped out the pen and realized, okay, we got something going with this internet thing. So
mm-hmm.
he started posting his haircuts. I was posting my haircuts around the same time. Smash the Barber, 360 Jeezy. Look at him, man over 1 million subscribers. Like
Yeah,
all of us was just posting pictures and hashtagging National Barber Society, all that stuff. We was doing all that. I look up this man come out with the TPOB clipper, so I'm over my head. I get to the barber school and I start teaching. One of the little dudes say, "Hey man, the TPOB, like, I liked him to the pissed off barber." And when he used to post, that's what he would hashtag the pissed off barber. And he would
right,
do some fire ass haircuts. And like I was like, man, that's crazy. So he's such inspiration to me because that's in my future goals right there. Most definitely is a line of clippers because we get so caught up. That's what I was talking about a while ago with money. Old versus new. There we go. Old law say stand behind that chair and cut all day. New law say
right.
you can get online and you can make something happen. New law say that you can you can get an online school and get people subscribed. New law say if you really get smart enough and get your mind out the gutter, that you can get an OnlyFans and teach people and charge them $5 a month to show them how to do haircuts.
Right. You can do
You know
that.
what I mean? People don't
Yeah,
understand that it's so many different avenues to be able to get this currency that we need as barbers, so we are able to enjoy and not be broke down when we're 65
right,
because of the old law. So
right,
intertwine that new law with the old law because the old law say work until you. Oh, this is one of the ones you don't retire from. I don't plan on ever retire from barbering. I plan on
right,
using my craft because I love to cut hair. But when I
right.
say retire, I mean retire as far as when I cut hair, I'm doing it for the fun of it. When I retire, I'm gonna retire because I'm making my money is making money. Once my money is making money and I'm not trading my time for money, then then I'm making something. Then that's currency. You know what I'm saying? So I'm retired at that point. Now, if I can wake up and my surplus is enough to cover my expenses, then I'm retired. So that's my goal as far as financial retirement and doing it the old law.
Mm,
Doing it with the old law, you ain't gonna do that. You if you plan on cutting hair till you 70, keep following that old law. And that's somebody that was strictly from the old law just like 5 years ago. But like I said, we grow through things. COVID shut us down to shut us up and think about things and look at the industry and realize
right.
the blessings we had before we had to go in the shop and everybody had to be in the salon and it had to be appointments
Now
and they still adjusted. Everybody still adjusted to everything. Like they
I'm
went
gonna
from
give a
being able to
little
walk in
shout
the
out
shop.
though.
Yeah, what's up?
During COVID, the barber impact,
Mhm.
he was still popping that cape out there outside.
Man, that
So it didn't stop
man, you see what
everybody.
I'm saying?
It
You
stopped
see
some
what I'm
people. It
saying?
didn't stop
Who
everybody.
go
But he was
do
out
that?
popping that cape out in front of that shop. He was knocking them cuts down. Like boom, boom.
Man,
Everybody had that mask on
man,
still. Getting them
I'm
in,
telling
getting
you,
them
I'm
out.
telling you. Say, and I can say it now. I'm gonna keep it a book. I salute that man because
Hey,
now I'm in the shop. It's like, yeah, the feds ain't watching now. Look, I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen with some Lysol, some bleach, and a thermometer.
right.
And if I knew you good enough, you got to come on in because we got to get this money because it's bad right now. I'm just keeping.
That's it. Let me take your tip.
Say, Hey, we were bleaching the hell out of the house. I said, "Hey man, say man, if you
Oh
come over
my.
here, I remember taking the mask off the side to do the side of the edge and putting it back
Right.
on and doing the other side, taking it back.
I
Say
still
man,
put it
it was
on my ring finger. I hold it down and
man,
hit their ear, put
yeah,
it back on there.
yeah. Like I remember,
Yep.
I'm talking about. I had nurses, man. I had a nurse that come through. She talking about, yeah. I seen about 6 people today. I got to wear an N95 mask. I'm like, oh hell. I
Man.
want to. I'm about to hold my breath through half the cut. Man, that stuff had everybody shook. But
It
it
didn't
was
get crazy
wild.
until
Like
after they let us back outside.
yeah, and then when they let us back out, me like I said, I was still in the kitchen. Like I didn't come back out, and then because I was like, I'm through with it. You know what I mean? Like it is over. Like this is too crazy. Like people gonna be scared to touch everybody. But that's
Right.
like you got to learn how to switch to the new law. Like but back, just the new law let people know that it's way more ways and you can get out this early. Like you got that little dude like Rory the barber, man. Like that dude like cut like probably 5 heads a week. He out here buying like Lamborghinis and stuff. He a famous barber. The barber when I started barbering, this was the most least like trade. When I told my partners I was gonna be a barber, they laughed at me like what? They knew I'm talking about laughed at me like I'm talking full time. Like they're like, what? Like you gonna be a what? Like a barber? Like nobody think about being a barber. Like I grew up. I had lady barbers, like because the male barber industry was like something that was a whole wave. Like that didn't even happen when I was young. I went to female barbers, like
Mm-hmm.
so that was crazy within itself. That's a whole nother story within itself. So
Yeah.
like people would understand like as a what I'm saying like is a male barber. Like I'm like they were like you want to be a barber? So I'm like y'all ain't seeing what Rufus and Tony pulling out their pockets to give me change back to get in my mama. And I started cutting my own hair because they took a long time. People always say that about Tony, and I always defend Tony. That's my boy. I said Tony take forever. I said Tony one took forever. I would never be cutting because I couldn't never get to basketball practice because Tony he took forever. But I bet you he go get you right. He still got clientele maxed out to this day. The longest I think maybe the longest cutting barber that I could think
A
of as
big
far as in
Tony
my
burning down
generation.
on Connect Highway. The one on
Tony,
43.
I know he used to be on MLK. I think he over on Alpine now somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Deeper down Alpine
Okay.
by Dollar General. Like he haircut Tony. He been cut for a minute. He cut my hair when I was like 7.
Yeah.
And I got that was the first barbershop I ever cut in when I got my license in. But Tony took a long time, like and Rufus was really busy. So I watched him and I just went to the house and I told Mama, I was like, "So what you want for Christmas? I want some clippers. I'm finna cut my own hair because I'm playing for the school. I had hoop dreams. Like I can't cut hair. I mean, I can't sit in there all Saturday and still go practice at Neal Street. So I'm
Right.
trying to get to Neal Street. So I started cutting my own hair. And then like my partner's like, you ain't been at the barber shop. I've been cutting my own hair. So hey, they boom, look, can you cut mine?
Hmm.
More, I ain't got to mow yours no more. For my money, I'm finna cut her. So I'm like, now I'm mowing her. So I started cutting her and then boom, 2025, here we is. Like so it's like
Still
ups and downs in this field, man, but I love it. And I mixed the old law with the new law myself by realizing that I can't get so stuck in my ways as far as knowing that the clients change. And that's a big part of it too. The clients change. The client, a box went to a boosty fade, bro. All you gotta do is put a slope in it.
yeah.
It's a high boost. It used to be a box. Okay, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got a box to the boosty fade. A temp fade with a fro is a webby. You know what I'm
But
saying? If you ain't keeping
you
up with the
very
time,
seldom you very seldomly like find people who want full haircuts. Like there's a lot of people just
yeah.
getting like a little taper or
Oh
a
my
low
God.
fade because they growing out locks, so they growing out
I
braids.
can't.
So it's like
Look, I guess this sound like a hypocrite. Yeah, like I said, I was on that line.
uh-huh.
I thought, but I got the locks right here. But man, when I tell you, like, out of the last 30 hits I done did, probably 20 of them was faded on the sides and the back, sponged on the top. Like
Yep.
I just want to do. When I did that side side fade, I was like, thank you. I was like, God, somebody send me something. Let me get active right quick. But like, I respect it though, because I did the same thing. I would have sponged looking until my hair got long enough, and I got it locked up. I respect the locks. I'm on a lock journey myself, but as a barber, man, somebody come give me something challenging, man. Tell me you want that juice, that bishop or something. Uh, uh, uh. Tell me you want. One dude told me to put McDonald's in his head back in like 2011. I put the McDonald's. I'm loving it in his head. Give me somebody want the Statue of Liberty in their head one time.
Yeah.
He
Me,
was
me
he was moving he was moving
that
us back to
challenge
New
right
York.
quick. Give me a
Give
little
me
something.
something else, man. I've been tapering the sides and the back of napes all day, bro. I'm tired of this. And then everybody, I just keep the same go outside and just keep watching them. Don't put them up. It's the same thing. He just want to fade on the side. Don't touch the top. I'm like, bro, if you cut the wild hairs off, it make your hair grow faster. oh, okay. They looking at you the whole time like, don't you cut more than a centimeter off, I'm gonna cry.
Right.
But these young ones a trip. But
Yes,
like,
they
nah, but
like the,
hey, at
the
the end of the
long
day,
sleeve in the front,
on the
covering their
business
eyes.
on the hey, look, on the business side though, appreciate y'all for that easy money because I ain't got to cut nothing off the top. Because
Right.
I'm charging the same thing for that I'm charging if you want to ball fade pimping. So
You.
y'all keep on doing that for a little bit because the old man be getting tired. So, but give me a challenge every now and again. But y'all keep them coming because that's some easy money. That's some easy money. I like that. I appreciate y'all for growing y'all hair out because y'all ain't getting no edge up. If I turn them faders on, that's a haircut, baby. So yeah, go on, keep on growing it out. Yeah,
Right.
the price is the same. A
You
dollar
hear
a
you?
minute. It's a dollar a minute. Yeah, it's gonna take me the same 30 minutes to do that. I had to speed up on the ball fade. I could take my time on your lineup.
Yeah.
But it's
Man,
still a
we
fade.
don't cover like a lot. You did say when you get on here we was gonna bring that heat.
I
I
told
think
you.
we dropped a lot of pressure on them
Man,
boys and them old
appreciate
girls.
it.
So
Appreciate it. It
like I
was
said
fun.
again, I wholeheartedly appreciate you for taking the
No,
time
man.
to, show love
Likewise.
and bless us with
Likewise.
all the knowledge and all the jewels that you dropped
Man,
tonight, man.
hey, I
It's
appreciate you for
pretty good.
having me. You just don't understand like this, like me coming back in, like it's my first time being a full-time barber since before COVID. I just
Yeah.
opened a shop a month. I pay my first month in a couple days,
I gotta
like in the shop. It'd
pop
be a full
in. I
month.
gotta pop in and see what we looking like. See
Yeah,
what them
yeah,
shop
go
amenities
pop up. You
is.
know, talking about hey, legacy cuts, man. It's up. You know what I mean? So like, just to be able to do this, man, with all the ambitions and goals. I don't call them dreams because I like what Gates said. Like, and Kiki said it too. Like, they ain't dreams because they dreams because you know what I'm saying they're not real.
Right.
Dreams not real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like what like Meek Mill say, dream chasing. It's like reality making. You know what I'm saying? It ain't dream chasing. That you don't make dreams. If you make dreams, you turn them into reality. So I guess it's like dream catching. So if you
Hmm.
want to call it anything, go catch your dreams. Don't chase them because they're not real until you catch you. Once you tangibly put your hands on them, then they
Right.
real. But if you keep manifesting it, you keep doing that. I'm just gonna leave y'all on that note. Keep grinding. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep doing it. Keep going. It's go get rough. It's go
Be
get tough.
activated.
But stay activated. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Nonstop. I'm gonna be in the shop tomorrow. Like I'm out here tonight right now. Y'all got me turned up because like I said, I'm only a month in and to be able to come on here and share this knowledge and you know what I'm saying, to be a part of this grassroots. I got so much respect for you for doing this. Like I'm thinking about the same thing. We got a lot more to talk
Man,
about on some business. You know
so
what I'm saying?
much.
So
So,
y'all get used to this collab because this collab finna go real crazy. Like so, like I
yeah.
said, Beast Texas Barbers. The last message I'm gonna leave. Every barber, every cosmetologist, every barberologist, every loctician, every braider in the city.
Right.
It's time to show everybody what we do out here in these sticks. And what we do is, and my theory on it, the last theory I'm gonna leave y'all with the reason why everybody move from down here and go to the city and say, man, I wish you would move down here is because the city you a number. In the country, we need you to come back because it ain't that many of us.
Right.
So we go put our all into it. So that's why our haircut's crispy and that's why we stay faded. So please, if you go to the city and pay them that amount of money, whatever you pay them for that trash cut that you get in the city, just respect
Right.
that when we're in the country because we giving you that fire too. So it beats Texas Barber, let's band together and let's show the whole world what we really got because we
Right.
don't get respected on nothing else. So let's turn up. Let's go to Atlanta. Let's go to Shreveport. Let's pull up in Dallas. Let's go to Houston.
Just
Let's show them what East Texas really got.
tired of.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? So yeah, all that competition, like if you ain't looking in the mirror and competing, you need to go and move out the way because you in last place in life anyway. That ain't even got nothing to do with barbering. It's a
Right.
shark tank out here. Yeah, I'm talking about when it come to pricing out there, yeah, business is business. But at the end of the day, man, it's enough to go around. Show love and get love back and take care of your people, man. That's all I'm gonna say. At the rest of it, I said a lot. I got a whole lot more to say, but y'all, like I said, y'all don't got me crunk. But we go end it right there, and y'all will be hearing more of me. We got some collabs coming. We finna make some shake. So maybe I'm gonna have to interview. Maybe I'm gonna have to interview Stephanie, huh? How about that? Might be happening soon.
Okay. I'm with it.
Hmm.
I'm,
But
I'm
yeah,
down.
let's see what happened. How Diamond Studded Doors got, you know what I'm saying, started. So we got somebody got to put the camera on you. We got to hear your story too. So you know what I'm talking about. We
Hey,
gonna have to
I'm
talk
with
business soon.
it. Whenever, wherever,
Let
I'm with it. I'm down.
already. Let's make it happen,
Tell
man.
DJ
Hey,
I'm gonna have to pull up on him so I can see him get active, baby. Because I didn't get to see
already.
him work them clippers. I didn't get to see all that.
Already, hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna let him know. He watching right now. I know he jumping up and down because he get crunk on this, and that's the beauty of it. So, yeah,
I
man, like,
already
I'm gonna
know.
definitely let him know, and we gonna keep in contact. And everybody watching, we appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's gonna check it out. Anybody that I just changed their life in any kind of way with anything I said, man, hey, just pass it on, man. Give it to somebody else, and don't let them be 40 years old with a 500 credit score before they realize how to fix it.
Right.
Y'all have a good night, man.
Good night.
Good night. Appreciate